When Sarah discovered what her husband had done to her father, she told him to leave their house. 3 days later, she learned why he had done it. Sarah was sitting at the dinner table when her phone rang. It was her father. His voice was shaking. "Sarah, your husband came to my house today." She immediately looked toward Michael. Her husband was standing in the kitchen. "What did he want?" she asked. Her father was silent for a moment. Then he said, "He told me to stay away from you." Sarah's heart dropped. "What?" "He said I was destroying your marriage." Sarah hung up. She looked at Michael. "What did you say to my father?" Michael didn't answer. Sarah stood up. "You went to my father's house and told him to stay away from me?" Michael quietly said. "Sarah, please let me explain." But she was already furious. "My father is my family." Michael nodded. "I know. Then how could you humiliate him like that?" "I didn't humiliate him. You told him to stay away from his own daughter." Michael looked exhausted. "I had a reason." Sarah laughed bitterly. "There's always a reason with you." She grabbed her coat. "I'm going to my father's house." Michael didn't stop her. That made Sarah even angrier. When she arrived, she found her father sitting alone in his living room. She hugged him. "Don't worry, Dad. I'm here." Her father looked at her. "Sarah, maybe you should listen to Michael." She pulled away. "Listen to him? After what he did?" Her father lowered his eyes. "You don't understand everything." Sarah became confused. "What don't I understand?" Her father didn't answer. The next morning, Sarah went back to her father's house. She noticed something strange. Several boxes were packed near the door. "What's happening?" Her father avoided her eyes. "I'm moving." "Moving where?" He didn't answer. Sarah became suspicious. Then she saw an envelope on the table. It was from a bank. She opened it. Her father's house was about to be taken by the bank. Sarah was shocked. "Dad, how long have you known?" Her father finally admitted it. "Almost 6 months. Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I knew you'd try to fix everything." Sarah's eyes filled with tears. She looked at the documents. The debt was enormous. "How were you planning to deal with this?" Her father whispered. "I wasn't." Sarah suddenly remembered Michael's behavior over the past few months. The late nights, the phone calls, the strange meetings. She had assumed he was hiding something from her. But now she wondered, "Dad, what did Michael actually say to you?" Her father looked at her. "He told me I needed to leave town." Sarah became angry again. "Why?" Her father finally explained. Michael had discovered that some dangerous creditors were pressuring him. They weren't interested in negotiating. They wanted the house, and they had begun threatening Sarah's father. Michael had gone to him and demanded that he stop contacting Sarah. Not because Michael hated him, because he was afraid they would use Sarah to get to him. Her father had refused, so Michael made a painful decision. He told Sarah's father he would personally handle the debt, but only if he stayed away from Sarah until everything was resolved. Sarah immediately drove home. Michael was sitting alone in the living room. She stood in front of him. "Why didn't you tell me?" Michael looked at her. "Because I knew what you'd do." "What? You tried to save your father." Sarah's eyes filled with tears. "Of course I would." Michael nodded. "That's exactly what I was afraid of." He explained that he had been working extra hours and negotiating with the bank. He had even taken out a personal loan to prevent the house from being seized. Sarah stared at him. "You did all that without telling me?" Michael nodded. "I didn't want you carrying another burden." Sarah whispered. "You should have trusted me." Michael looked down. "Maybe I was wrong." Sarah noticed a folder on the table. She opened it. Inside were payment receipts, bank documents, legal papers, and one final document. It was a contract. Michael had signed an agreement taking responsibility for the remaining debt. Sarah couldn't believe it. "You put your name on all of this?" Michael nodded. "I couldn't let your father lose his home." Sarah started crying. "But why?" Michael looked at her. "Because he's your father." He paused. "And because when I married you, I didn't just marry one person." Sarah looked at him through her tears. "I married your family too." Those words broke her. She realized how badly she had judged him. That evening, Sarah's father came to their house. He walked toward Michael. For several seconds, neither man spoke. Then her father said, "I owe you an apology." Michael shook his head. "No, I owe you one." Her father looked confused. "I shouldn't have told you to stay away from Sarah." Her father smiled sadly. "You were trying to protect her." Michael nodded. "I just didn't know how to protect everyone." Sarah stepped between them. She took both their hands, and for the first time in months, her father and her husband stood together. 6 months later, Sarah's father was still living in his home. The debt was being paid slowly. And Sarah and Michael had changed one thing in their marriage. They stopped keeping difficult things from each other. One evening, Sarah asked Michael, "If you could go back, would you do it differently?" Michael smiled. "Yes. What would you change?" "I'd tell you the truth from the beginning." Sarah smiled. "And I would listen before getting angry." Michael laughed. She rested her head on his shoulder. "Because sometimes marriage isn't tested by the problems you face. It's tested by whether you remember that you're supposed to face them together."